Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Afternoon Brew with the Crew. My name is Steven. I'm here with my friends. Say hi, friends.
Hello,
Hey,
friends.
Alright, so we got Handro on the call, we got Ivan, we got
Hi, friends.
Sarah, and we got Edwin today. How we doing, everybody? Did we have a good week?
I'm sweating.
I'm done with school.
Yeah, I think
I'm
we all
also
are,
done with
actually.
school.
Before we
Hell
talk
yeah.
about school, though, we gotta talk about what got us through school, right? So what kind of brews are y'all up to today? What do we have? What are we drinking? Ivan.
Milk. In a
Ah,
mug.
Absolutely.
I hate you so much.
Is it the traditional mug?
Yeah, of course, in the Mario mug. It's got all the characters on it.
If we make it to episode 50, we're gonna have a mug reveal. It's gonna
I'm
be great.
hyping up this mug.
This better be the best damn mug on the planet. Handro, what you drinking, buddy?
Alright, so I just came back from work, so I have a venti size 4 shots of espresso.
Ah,
So
a man of culture.
I'm trying to wake up because I'm like barely getting by today. So yeah.
Interesting. What was I gonna say? So 4 shots of espresso at 4:00 in the afternoon. What time do you plan on going to sleep today?
3, 5, maybe.
Sounds about right. It's a Saturday night. Whatever. Sarah, what you got?
Well, because I'm at my grandmother's condo in Windermere, I have Kirkland's signature water bottle. However, I would like to put a little note. I have a butt cup, so it's a mug, and it has a bunch of butts on it, all different kinds of butts. So if we do a mug reveal, I will be Ivan, because my mug is a bunch of butts.
Assature, let's go.
Love that for you. Love that so much for you. Edwin, what you got, buddy?
I got a tiny little can of Sprite.
Sprite. Arguably the best soda, but that's a conversation for another day. I haven't had time to grind the dang beans for the French press. I want to get back at the French press. It was so good, but for now, we have the only acceptable replacement in my eyes, which is a Tim Hortons K-Cup. So, it's a K-Cup, but it ain't bad. It ain't terrible. It's Tim Hortons. We're loving. Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, school is over for, I think, all of us, right?
Yes.
Maybe.
Maybe? Define maybe.
Maybe. I have no idea.
Did you take your last final?
Yeah.
That would mean school is over for you, buddy.
Possibly. I think I have to make up like a little bit of work.
Ah, I see. Yeah, no. It'd be like that. How was the semester? Let's go 1 out of 10 for me, honestly. But what about you guys? Have you guys had mildly better experience?
No, 1 out of 10.
I would say a solid 6. Because I got close with a bunch of you guys, and I wouldn't have done that if I wasn't at UCC. So.
That is very true. So it is. A lot of things had to go right for you to be on this call today.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you had to, 1, come to some online involvement fair, 2, decide to actually do something with that involvement fair, 3, become an officer in the thing you heard about at the stupid involvement fair that you were probably the only student at, because it was online, and then you had to be in the lounge that one day I said, hey, who wants to come on a hike? And then you had to, actually vibe with the people there. And now we're here.
Yes, all of those things happened. All of what you said specifically that way happened. And I got to get close with a bunch of you, and, it was great. And the schoolwork is fine. I'll probably get a 4.0, so.
Yeah, no, I don't want to talk about how I did. That's not something we need to make public. But, it ain't good. It ain't good. At all. Less than 0. Handro, what do you think this year, buddy?
Not that good. COVID.
Yeah. And Ivan, you got to draw all semester, so I don't even want to hear your rating.
Okay. That's fine.
I don't know about you guys, but for me, it felt like the damage done from the first fall semester where everything was online. I didn't learn a single thing that semester. Aside
I
from
learned how to
history.
cheat. I learned how to cheat.
Yeah,
same.
just like most other kids in America.
I didn't learn how to
That's
cheat.
like the only good thing that came from like online schooling is that like it's so much easier to cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally the only kind of counterbalance to you not absorbing any information, because I can't absorb things online. I did okay in history. History and humanities, that's different, right? There are a lot of things with that, you can make it like a conversation. Shout out to Dr. Pappas, you're the man for this, but like the online kind of discussion format kind of works for history. What it doesn't work for is organic
Every
chemistry.
other subject.
Literally everything else. Where like for like organic chemistry, for instance, you're trying to teach me about the intricacies of how my body works on a molecular level, and you want me to learn that from in my room, 2 feet from my nice fancy bed, and downstairs is all the food in my house. You know, it's not going to work, especially when I got the Switch in September and I had Breath of the Wild, which was an instant classic for me. You know, so and then for me. This last semester, it was kind of like half online, half in person, right? I had some classes fully online, some classes fully in person. But then even for the in-person classes, everything had to be submitted online. And deadlines were so just not even in my mind because I can't see them, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm a person who does not do well without deadlines. If you tell me get this to you sometimes means, sometime in the next 3 years, maybe you'll get it from me.
What's worse was, especially for me this semester, was that like some of my classes were returning to actual like in-person classes, and I got totally excited for that, and it was only like one class.
Yeah.
One class, and like the rest were still online, and I'm just like, well, what's the fucking point?
Yeah, that's such a big booty hole.
And it just makes things confusing to handle, because like I gotta I'd have to go over to the school for like one class.
Yeah,
and
now you're learning in
here.
2 different formats too. You gotta absorb it in different ways.
Yeah.
Are any of your like colleges mandating the vaccine so that you can be in person in the fall?
Some of them are, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know for TCNJ, I know for TCNJ they're doing that.
You're very excited to get out of here, aren't you?
I am so excited.
Oh man, I'm happy for you. I'm very happy. Yeah,
I need to get out of my house.
For the last 4 months, you have talked about nothing but being ready to go to TCNJ. Like literally anytime you're smiling, TCNJ gets brought up. Even if it's something else, right? You'll start on that something else, and you'll circle back to TCNJ.
Yeah.
So
you're not wrong.
What are they? Are they like the Lions or something?
Yes, we're the Lions.
No.
His name's Roscoe.
Roscoe the Lion?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Sounds like a wuss. Anyway.
You're a wuss.
I shouldn't talk. I'm one of the owls, bro. Oof. Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah, what's an owl?
Oh.
That is...
Owls do not go.
Owls do not go a-woo, buddy.
What the hell?
Owls are dope as shit.
Sure. You're mixing up your animals, but what the fuck?
What was
that?
No, an owl.
What was that Johnny Bravo impression? Jesus.
Yeah, what was that?
What?
Snowden, man, I'm pretty.
We don't talk about that.
No.
The only thing an owl says is a 1, a 2,
a 3. Yeah, that's the only good thing that owls do. They be a bunch of dicks to children.
Trying to
That's
get
the only thing
the
they can
center
do.
of your tootsie.
Have y'all ever seen the beef between owls and eagles? Have y'all heard of that beef? The beef between owls and eagles. Nah, like at night, you know how like eagles live up in like the cliffs and stuff?
Yeah.
They'll just be chilling with their family, right? And then there's videos of owls just coming in out of the night, and like the night cameras they have set up by Eagle's Nest, and just murking these fools out of their homes, bro, in the middle of the night.
Just like,
hey, man, they stick to the shadows, dude. They are a ninja in the dark.
But it's terrifying, right? Because like the night vision camera like the first thing you see is two little squints, and then slowly like the whole face of the thing becomes apparent, and then you see its talons just sticking out. There's like they just knock into the bird, and like after the one gets knocked off the nest, the other one just picks its head up. It's like, what is going on? It's terrifying, bro. Owls terrifying. If I was a mouse, I would be terrified of an owl.
Owls in the night, I can smell you. I'm coming for you.
I'm gonna take your child.
It do be like that sometimes, especially if you're a mouse.
Yeah.
But school is over now. It's weird. Normally, when the semester or the year is over, I feel like a weight off my shoulders. I didn't get it this time, and I don't know if that's because I've ceased to care about this semester so much that the removal of the responsibility, it was a removal of responsibility I didn't care about anymore. So I don't know if that's the case, or just the fact that there's still so much stuff to do that I'm gonna have to retake classes now, because there are some classes like it was like Orgo 2. I'm just gonna use Orgo as an example. I took Orgo 2 this semester. I was supposed to understand the basics of Orgo and Orgo 1, which I took completely online, and learned nothing. So, now I have to take Orgo 1 and 2 over, even though I kind of passed Orgo 1 because I still don't understand Orgo 1, so now there's that. But I don't know if it's all of that stress that's, like, not removing this weight off my shoulders, or if I just don't care anymore. And it's really weird not knowing which one it is. Yeah. But at least we'll be going hiking, yes, but camping in a couple weeks for the first time. That'll be fun.
Woo!
I'm so excited.
Camping.
Yeah. I've never been doing any of that. I've never been fishing.
I've never been tent camping. I've been like RV camping.
You guys
I've been camping.
What was your childhood like?
What?
A lot of those little freezy things that you put in the freezer, and then like they're like the tubes. There was a lot of those.
Rangers, old anime, Shaw Brothers films.
Wait, Steve, what are you talking about?
That like they're like the Go-Gurt tubes, but they're ices.
Oh, the ices.
I love those. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I might bring some.
Ivan, are you okay? Did you drop something?
Yeah, I'm good.
Just spill the milk.
No, my life fell. The milk's fine.
Yeah, I'll bring some for nostalgia purposes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, thank you, brother. But no, I'm so ready to go. Since actually around the idea of this whole podcasting was created back in winter break, before any of this terrible semester started, like I really fell in love with the outdoors and stuff, and like going hiking every weekend has really helped with that. So I'm excited to finally, actually be an outdoorsman, kind of. It's exciting. My dreams are coming true.
Set up a cabin.
Set up a You want me to just build a cabin?
Yeah.
Like, cut down the trees?
A log cabin.
Minecraft IRL. Oh, the cabin in the woods. Oh, Edwin, you want to go there?
Alright, I'm not
Oh, no, I wouldn't want to go there.
Horror movie type deal.
Handro,
I'm not sure if I'm the only one that remember. When you guys talked about log cabin, do you guys remember those log links?
Lincoln Logs.
Lincoln
yes,
logs, yeah.
dude, absolutely.
Yo.
I always kept trying to make swords out of them.
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
No one but Edwin.
Yeah, that was me as a child. I would try to make anything a sword, just a sword out of anything.
And now you have actual swords.
Yeah, now I have actual swords. Which the guy who I commissioned, who was making my sword, still hasn't responded to the email that I sent.
Oh,
You got scammed.
I smell a suing coming on.
Maybe he got into a sword-related incident.
Either that, or he's just like, it's the weekend, so the weekends might be his day off, I guess.
Yeah.
The weekend's making your sword?
Edwin, I assume you're a fan of Forged in Fire?
Oh, yes.
An exquisite show.
It is. It's also like... I like it because it's a reality show, but like it doesn't have any of the bullshit that
it's a reality show written by men, which makes it so much better.
Two reality shows, if you like hate the usual tropes that show up in reality shows, Forged in Fire and the English Bake Off. English Bake Off is just straight British wholesomeness, okay? And the desserts are so creative, it's just great. It's amazing. And also, like at least 2 out of the 3 judges have great personalities and have a sort of dynamic with each other. And then Forged in Fire, just Doug Marcotta, just the guy. It's Doug
Absolutely.
Marcotta, the show.
Absolutely. What a legend. Also, I love the old white dude with the curly mustache and the suit vest all the time.
Hey man, he accessorizes well. He knows how to fit, man.
Absolutely. That man.
He got the
I
drip.
hope to dress like that man one day. I hope that's a guy that I turn into an old man when I want to be.
Sanders.
That was a lot of not English, but I want to be that man when I get old.
So you're gonna have like a good like handlebar mustache.
Handlebar mustache,
Nice and curly.
twists at the end.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I wonder what it takes to actually like get it like that.
I assume a lot of like hairspray and beard oil.
In the olden days, it was I believe it's between, I'm not sure, like, correct me on this. I think it's beeswax, or it was like earwax. It's some weird.
Probably
weird,
beeswax, if I had to guess. I'm really hoping it's beeswax. If it's earwax, I might have to like. That's kind of disgusting. Yeah, and do you guys have any other big summer plans or things you can do now that school is a thing of last week?
I'm trying to like start screenwriting again.
Ooh,
Because I'm trying, like, I started a screenwriting project, but because of school and a combination of work, I haven't even gone through the first scene.
Ooh, yikes! When'd you start?
Yeah. I think it was like either like back in like late winter.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It was bad. It's also because like I'm very perfectionist when it comes to things like screenwriting or like writing something that I'm producing myself.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like there have been multiple times where I've like started writing something and then like I just find like either grammatical errors or I find like all sorts of holes and I'm like in the story and I'm just like, yo, I need to change all of this, and then I just end up like rewriting the entire thing again.
Yeah. I was gonna say it'd be like that, but I really don't know how that process works. I know Nicole knows. You and Nicole should be on some episode where we talk about writing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been looking at a bunch of like kind of like the homebrew stuff that we were talking about last episode.
Yeah.
I've been looking at a lot of like pre-made encounters where someone has like finds some maps, and puts all that together, and like all like little stories behind those, and all those little stories are really cool. I'm a fan. Yeah. Anyone else have anything cool you can do now?
Oh yes, a lot of series stuff.
Oh yeah. Now now the coursework is done, I guess you can kind of focus on your own little stuff, right? Absolutely. How's that story coming? Is it all fleshed out yet, or?
So far 4 episodes have been written. Episode 1 is in production as we speak.
Oh crap! I need to send you lines for that. Oops, my bad. I will be recording those as soon as this is over.
Nice.
But yeah, no, it's a fun time. Your stuff is really like, it's really good. It's like I love the animations you do. They're really fantastic.
Thank you.
Also, you and I get to start painting minis again. I don't know if you've been doing that, but I have not had any time whatsoever to do that.
I haven't. No, I'll be honest. I haven't painted minis in a while as well.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna jump right back into that.
Absolutely. We got a bunch of new ones too, to start painting and all that stuff. Because now we have, with my 3D printer, we have the ability to make some bigger dioramas and stuff with, like buildings and giant galleons.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm very excited to make the giant galleon. On Thingiverse, there's this file for a giant galleon that prints in pieces. That's so much bigger than you could ever like print at once. It's so cool. I'm so excited. I'm so very excited. But yeah, Handro, you doing anything special? Or?
Just mountain biking.
Ah, yeah. I gotta get on that. I mountain biked once. It didn't go well. It was in Summit with Dan, and we biked up a mountain, and then he wanted to ride down a hill, which he takes from school, so he's used to it, right? But it was like at a 45-degree angle, so I rode the brakes the entire way down. It was terrifying. I was scared. I was scared for my life because he like I don't do that on my bike. I just I go around the area, which isn't crazy, but like he was getting up to like 20 miles an hour on a bike, and
That's the best. You gotta live a little.
Okay, listen, I'm happy to go 80 in a car. 20 in a bike, it feels like I'm going 100 in the car, okay? It's scary.
That's fair. That's fair.
Also, my brakes were trash. They were so loose, and he realized afterwards, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I see why you were riding like that the whole way down." I don't have good my bike is good for riding around the neighborhood, not shooting down mountains. He used to work at a bike shop though, so he tightened them all up for me. But I was scared for my life. Sarah, what about you? You got something you're doing now?
Exercising. I'm trying not to be obese.
Felt that. You're getting
There's
diesel
no
or
time
something.
with work. There's no time with work and school to exercise, so now I can exercise.
I gotta lose weight too. Although I'm not gonna lie to you, sitting in this hot room after I had to turn my fan off so it doesn't get picked up on the mic, I am losing like 5 pounds as we speak. It feels great.
Annie.
You're in Florida now too, so I can only imagine how hot it is down there.
Oh,
Screw Infinite Summer.
You wouldn't believe it's hot. Oh.
I mean, you got the waves down there. Right? Have you been to the beach yet, or?
No, I'm going Monday when it's gonna be like 90.
Oh my gosh, dude. No.
And I have to wear conservative swimsuit because I'm with my grandparents. So
yeah, that'd be awkward. I would. I could never live in Florida. It's too much heat.
Yeah,
too much heat.
Too much heat, and then a lot of people in Florida are crazy as shit.
Yeah, no, I have some family in Florida, and the stories they tell me. I heard once 90% of those Florida man headlines are actually true. So
wow.
They're all. The funny thing is with the Florida man stories, like the news, is they're all public because Florida chooses to show public
police records, right?
Yes.
There's like the law that all the police
state
records are public.
Like every state has the craziest shit, but they lock down like those laws.
Yeah. Thank God, dude. The memes are fantastic. The memes are fantastic.
No, but the weather in Florida is always bipolar because if the weather says, oh, it's gonna be 90 degrees, beautiful skies, right? You always have to have maybe an umbrella or a poncho or like a raincoat because you never know when it starts pouring rain. It could be sunny as day, and a couple seconds later, it's pouring water buckets.
The weather down there is as bipolar as the crackheads under the bridge. It's really quite a problem. Here's a useless animal fact for you. Global warming has led directly to more crocodile homicides, and I'll tell you why. Crocodile eggs are the gender of the babies is determined by heat. So a couple degrees will change a clutch from being mostly female to mostly male. And as it gets hotter, there's more males. And since there's more males, the dominant males beat up the little males run out, and now they're on golf courses where there's children. So the fact that there's more crocodiles eating children is directly because it's getting warmer. I'm a wealth of useless animal information.
Population control. I like it.
Exactly.
That damn croco boy.
Yo, I've never seen a kid in a golf.
Because he's probably eaten by a crocodile.
Golf sucks as a sport.
Yeah.
It is arguably one of the worst sports, probably like just from a mainstream perspective, it's probably one of the worst sports
Yeah,
ever.
I have no idea why Tiger Woods thinks he's such hot shit, dude. You
I was
play
gonna
golf.
say Tiger Woods.
You play golf, dude.
I'm Tiger Woods. I'm so great at golf.
He thinks he's like some sort of elite human being. He's like, yeah, my supermodel wife isn't good enough for me. I'm gonna cheat on her with 5 women. Like, you play golf, buddy. Slow your roll.
Yeah, come on.
Man.
Don't get it too ahead of yourself. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Their pickup line is like,
Want to whack my balls?
Anyway, we're
"You
moving
wanna
on.
see my golf?"
We're moving on.
If you play golf, you're probably into cock and ball torture.
Oh my gosh.
Probably.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's great. We need a clips channel for things just like this.
I apologize. I had to say it. I couldn't resist.
There's so many things you didn't have to say there.
Did you have to say it? I don't think so.
After night goo with the crew.
This is.
Ivan,
I am
that is beautiful.
I am so uncomfortable. Now, I do want to go to Florida. If I do go to Florida,
I am so confused.
oh boy, when I go to Florida, I want to do one of those things where like they take you out on a boat with a pellet gun, and you like snipe iguanas off the shores to keep the invasive population like as under control as possible.
They do
Oh,
that as,
damn iguanas.
Yeah, no, there's contractors that go around hunting invasive species, and there's one guy I watch on YouTube. He takes people out on his boat. It's like a tour thing, right? Like a tourist attraction. He takes you out on his boat. He loads you up with pellet guns. You snipe them off the shores as you go, and then his little terrier dog jumps into the water and fetches them for you.
That's dope as hell.
Absolutely. I want to do that so bad. I want to go hunting too, but
yeah,
I just like I want to snipe some iguanas, dude. That'd be a fun trip for the boys. I think.
I'm gonna go out and hunt iguana.
Yeah. I was watching the guy I watched. He was like sniping. He's contracted to people's like big houses down there, right? They're like their summer houses or whatever. He was just like walking along the canal, just sniping them off of people's roofs and stuff, like off the side of trees, off a roof, like as they're coming to the water. It's fantastic.
Then they accidentally break a window.
Oh no, he picks his shots.
Accidentally shoot the dog.
Could you
It gets
imagine?
in the way.
A kid, oh my god, no.
Just beans a kid in the face with a 50 cal.
Boom!
Oh yeah.
I don't think you're taking 50 cows to hunt iguanas, but
Oh my god.
more power to you, I guess.
We're hunting
Imagine
something much more
imagine
powerful.
like the conversation he would have with the kid's mother.
With the police. How do you explain? Sorry, officer, I was hunting iguanas.
Sorry, the iguana was on
50
his head.
BMT.
This usually doesn't happen.
Officials listening to this, for obvious reasons, this is a joke. We're
Sure,
not actually
For
trying
legal
to kill
reasons,
anyone.
that's a
This is
joke.
a joke.
For legal reasons, I am not hunting iguanas with a 50 cal.
Police will...
It is only joke.
It is only joke for iguana.
Don't be mad.
Don't be mad for iguana.
Sarah, have you seen any iguanas down there?
Some geckos. My grandma's cat likes to eat them.
Ah, wonderful.
Like, she gets sick, so we have to, like, take them away, and she gets upset.
They
Like,
give
guys,
out
I
car
got this-
insurance, though.
I know, right? I'm like, she's like, guys, I
Like-
got this nice, cute little gecko. I want to eat it. And they're like, no.
Don't do it. Don't
Imagine-
do it. Do you
why-
want your
why
liver
should-
to explode again?
Why
What'd
is
you say?
your cat your cat is just eating traveling car insurance salesman? It's so mean.
Salesman.
I know, right?
We're salesmen.
Listen, she used to be a
That's
show cat.
hardworking
She's like a
Americans.
brat. She used to be a show cat.
Oh really? Oh, wait, what's that? Is that like the dog shows or whatever?
Yeah,
for
but for
cats.
cats. Because she's like a Mancoon cat.
Mancoon,
like-
you say?
The hell's a
Yeah,
mancoon?
Mancoon cats are
Mancoon.
like very, she's like a purebred Mancoon. So she would do shows and she would be like shown off. and
Oh,
she would have to
these
get
are
like pampered.
huge. These cats are
Yeah,
huge.
Mantoons are. Yeah, I know. She's huge. I'll send you guys a picture later.
Please do.
Cool.
Oh, wow. Oh, these are so pretty. Hello.
I
They
know.
look like a
gorgeous.
bobcat.
Yeah, they're huge.
Like a fluffy bobcat. Anyway. No, but I want, long story short, I want to go hunt iguanas. Handro, you want to come? I feel like that's something you'd be down for. Handro.
Handro, you want to kill some lizards?
I want to go hunt some wabbits.
Oh, wait.
A
Not
Hispanic
the
Elmer
topic of
Fudd.
discussion.
I just imagine a Hispanic Elmer Fudd.
Senor Rabbit, man.
Senorita, be quiet. I'm hunting a
Senor,
rabbit.
could you please freaking stand still, please, as I beam you here in the face? I'm going to put you on my wall.
I'm going to eat you for dinner.
I
I need you to feed my family, man.
Oh my god.
We are poor.
want to turn you into a purse, fool.
We're trying to cross the border, so we sell rabbit.
Don't worry about the border, man. Escalera!
Oh, boy. Edwin,
Yes.
you had a little bit of a rant you wanted to go on today, eh?
Oh, do I?
Yeah, let me lower your volume really quickly just before you blow
please do.
blow people's earbuds out. All right, you're good to yell.
Okay.
Hello, people.
So, recently, this is kind of old news, but screw it. Castlevania Season 4 was out, and I hated it. I hated
So
it
wait,
because
wait.
it made.
What is the premise of Castlevania? Let's start there.
Okay, so Castlevania. Okay, first it was a game series. Now it's a cartoon series or animated series, however you want to call it. I'm strictly going to be talking about the animated series. So basically, Dracula met a human, and the human's name is Lisa. She was an aspiring doctor, but she didn't have the means of treating people. So Dracula taught her, like things like medicine, as well as like possibly some magic stuff, like alchemy. But it was mostly just like scientific medical stuff. But of course, this is at a time where the church was in power, so learning about science and stuff wasn't exactly allowed. So, also in between all this, Lisa and Dracula.
Outdankula.
God
damn.
We're gonna nickname him Dankula.
Yeah, I like that better.
Dankula and Lisa got together. They had a kid who was named Adrian Tepish, aka Alucard. Not that
Dankula
Alucard
and
from
Lisa,
yeah. But then Lisa got arrested by the church and then burned at the stake for being a witch.
Unfortunate.
And then Dracula, because Lisa was like, "Oh, you should probably travel because you're stuck up in your castle." So Dracula at this time was like traveling, but he had just come back home and then saw his house burn down, his wife burned to ashes. So he's like, "Okay, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna leave for 1 year so that you guys can pray to your god. And if I don't see that you weren't doing that, I'm gonna send in the demon hordes from hell, and kill everybody in this country." Basically, you find out in the second series that he's not even trying to like capture the humans as food and treat them like livestock. He's actually committing like full on genocide.
Oh God,
Love that.
That's a little overreaction, all right? But go on.
Yeah, and basically, the main characters are Alucard himself, who, I think, for a year he was trying to heal his wounds because he initially fought his father, and lost. So he's trying to heal his wounds. You have Cypher, who is a speaker. Speakers are nomadic tribe of magicians, and she's like her powers are like really broken. Like it's nothing like too complex. It's just like a lot. She specializes in a lot of elemental magic, and it's just absolutely broken. And then you have Trevor Belmont, who's basically a monster hunter. So they get together at the end of the first season, and they decide to team up to go kill Dracula. The second season is mainly focused on Dracula and the other vampires, and then, spoiler alert for the entire series, Dracula ends up dying. And it was this nice, they wrapped it up, because, like, both season 1 and season 2, they had their issues, they had their problems, but it was still a good to pretty nice show. And they wrapped it up in a nice, neat bow. Everything was fine. It was sad, but also, everybody was relieved too that Dracula was finally dead. And then they come out with season 3, and season 3 is screw it. Season 3 is this absolute cluster shit fuck.
Oh boy! No, wait, real quick. Has 1 and 2 follow the games, right?
No, the
No.
animated, they reference the games, and a lot of the characters that you see are from the games, but it's loosely connected to the games. It's basically its own story.
Gotcha. Same world, different thing.
Yeah, same world, different story and characters. But so the season 3 first, there's really no central plot in this. There are like 3 different main plots, and each of them have their own little subplot thing going on. And it was just they tried to focus on too many things with a short amount of time. And especially when they were trying to get into, because the main problem I had with season 3 is that they decided to bring in interdimensional travel with a character that really doesn't amount to all that much. He's literally just an annoying dick that just runs around trying to gain information about some weird, stupid portal that honestly doesn't really matter, aside from the fact that they were trying to bring back Dracula, which is the worst possible thing you can do after the second season, which tied it up neatly. Dracula and Alucard, they were fighting each other, then they ended up crashing into Alucard's old room, and then Dracula was like, oh my god, I'm literally killing the last only memory of my wife, so screw it, I might as well just die.
Oh man!
And both Alucard and Dracula are crying, and Alucard looks into his father's eyes, and he's just like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I gotta do this, but I gotta stake you, man." And it was touching. It was sad, and the thing that you don't really want to do after you kill a villain that is this freaking good and very understandable is bring him back, because it makes his death absolutely meaningless at this point. And yes, I know in the games Dracula comes back like an episode of He-Man with Skeletor, but you don't need to do that in the series that seems to separate itself significantly from the games.
Yeah. No, that sounds kind of stupid.
Yeah. And they didn't bring him back in the 3rd season, but the fact that it was even possible in the first place, it just is bad enough.
It's almost like the sequels of Star Wars.
Yeah, it's like you're bringing back these characters and you're screwing with them. And then, oh my god, they get into some stupid stuff in the 3rd season, especially with Alucard, because Alucard is basically stuck up in his father's old castle. And then 2 people show up, and they're like, oh, we need you to help us train to fight the vampires, because the vampires are still around, they're killing everybody. And it just gets to the point where Alucard isn't really training them all that much, because he's very lonely and he wants to just keep his friends with him. And it culminates into this weird scene where they show up in his room at night. They decide, okay, and these are brother and sisters. They decide, we're just gonna fake try to have sex with him, and then trap him, and then kill him, only because he understandably is lonely and doesn't want them to leave.
Mm.
And then Alucard just kills them on impulse because he has a magic sword that it responds to his will.
Of course. Of course he just kills them.
And then he puts them on stakes. And that's significant because it's what his father was doing before he met Lisa. Which would have been an interesting, character arc But the problem is, like, when they kind of touch upon that in the 4th season, he just becomes good old Alucard from season 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's the because like everybody was like, maybe you should like get out in the world and stop putting people on stakes, and it's just like, um, he's still putting people on stakes, people. Um, maybe you should address that. Maybe you should like give him a slap in the face or something, because like at least with Dracula, yeah, he put people on stakes, but like when Lisa was saying the exact same crap about the stakes and shit, it
Mm-hmm.
was alluded that Dracula had been doing that for years, and he kind of stopped because he kind of just stopped talking to people in general.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But with Alucard, this was all recent, so it's just like, are we not going to talk about that he was putting people on stakes? Because it wasn't just the brother and sister. They showed that this was becoming a regular thing, but they didn't go anywhere with it. Okay,
It's
and
really
then,
sounding like the sequel trilogy.
yeah, it's really sounding like they're bringing up plot points, and then it just doesn't go anywhere. And then you have the whole interdimensional plot point, where it's just this absolute cluster of stuff where they bring in characters that were not established at all, and they just showed up out of the blue, acting like they were there the whole time. I think that's another problem. In this series, some of the dialogue is very on the nose, and it tries to be self-aware, but it ends up just like jumping the gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. Uh, and here's the thing, like, there were especially in season 4, there was this whole plot point where like now that Dracula's died, all the vampires are kind of like at each other's throats, and
Mm-hmm.
it's focusing on this one character called Carmilla, who's basically trying to take over all of the vampire territories,
Uh-huh.
which leads her making this whole like military campaign to defeat like all the humans and capture them, and then it ends up like she ends up devolving into this like psycho bitch, which she already was a psycho bitch, but now like she basically has an Azula arc.
Oh, I love Azula.
If yeah, if she yeah, basically if you want a character to compare her to Azula, because and I will say it wasn't much with the whole like she was devolving into the psycho bitch. It wasn't as good as Azula's whole psycho bitch arc,
Yeah.
mainly because they didn't have enough runtime and they were cramming so much stuff into the season. If
Yeah.
they just if they just gave us enough time, because this is what I call
Azula
like the
abridged.
yeah, this is what I call the Isaac v Carmilla plot point. And with season 3 and season 4, if they had just focused on that entire arc, it would have just been a great season. Because, or at least in my point of view, that was the best. That was one of the best plots
Mm-hmm.
in the entirety of season 3 and season 4. When when it stuck with the Carmilla and Isaac plot, it felt like the show was focused again. It had a sense of direction, and it knew where it was going. With the other two main plot points, it especially with season 4, because now they're actively trying to bring back Dracula. They're trying to make resurrecting Dracula a thing, and I'm just like, don't do it.
Black
Don't do that.
Dracula.
Black and base
Black
Dracula.
Dracula. You say Black Dracula, I'm just thinking about that Black
No,
Dracula
no,
from
no,
Billy
no,
and
no,
Mandy.
no, no,
Yeah,
no,
Billy
no.
and Mandy. Yeah, I said it. That Black Dracula from Billy and Mandy.
I said,
Oh, boy.
bring back Dracula, dumbass.
I heard Black Dracula, so
No,
I could
you
think
heard
about is
wrong.
all I could think about is that Dracula from Billy and Mandy.
Oh my god.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so basically, they bring in the literal personification of death at the end of the 4th season, and there was really no build up. They kind of alluded to it in like the first episode because they stumble upon like a statue of what everybody thinks death looks like. And it was just like, oh yeah, this is a statue of the personification of death. Oh, let me tell you about the history of it. And it's just like, okay, and this helps us because, and and they decide, oh yeah, we're actually going to bring in the personification of death, and he shows up, and he acts like he basically has a Zetsu thing going on, like in Naruto, and Death is like, oh yeah, I've been here all along, and I'm here to bring back Dracula because I'm just a spirit, and I feed off of the dead souls that Dracula was bringing in when he was trying to commit genocide. So I want to bring him now, so he can. So he didn't just want to bring back Dracula; he wanted to bring back Dracula, in a hermaphrodite body with not only his soul but the soul of Lisa stuck in him, so that he would go crazy and start genociding everything.
That just sounds so convoluted, bro.
My head hurts.
And also he said to the guy who was trying to open up the interdimensional portal to hell, he said that, oh yeah, he can't kill people himself because he's a spirit, and he can't really be too active on the mortal plane. Yet he was able to disguise himself as a vampire and just run around just fighting people and killing people like it's nothing. And then in the final battle between him and Belmont, he just pulls out a freaking scythe and just challenges Belmont to a one-on-one duel, which was honestly the worst fight in this entire season, probably the entire series. So it just makes it like, okay, so you can act on the physical plane, or can you? Because if you can, why don't you just collect all the souls your godforsaken self?
Jesus Christ.
You're clearly capable of killing people yourself. You're clearly capable of using magic. So why don't you just do it yourself, you lazy bastard?
Oh my god.
This is worse than the sequel trilogy.
Oh my god. And I'm not even done.
Oh my god.
This is me just summarizing it all. I haven't gone into the deep, minute details of the season.
How many episodes are there in the season?
There are 10 in each season.
Damn,
and they're not even hour-long seasons. They're like maybe a half-hour episode at best.
How do you mess up that much in 5 hours, then? Is my question.
I have no idea. Because here's the thing. The reason I hate it, because honestly, it's the season 3 and season 4 are just okay. They're not complete dog shit. It has some good stuff going for it, but it's not complete dog shit. The reason I hate it is because, especially with the 4th season, they make it really good and enjoyable at the first half, because they focused on the Isaac and Carmilla plot, which is what they should have done from the beginning. And it was good. The fight scenes were great. The character stuff was decent. Decent. It still had some problems, and there were still some holes here and there, and they just didn't have enough time to really develop the characters even further. But it was still good. It made me enjoy Castlevania again, and then they pulled this crap. Because they had to be Doctor Strange about it. They had to be like, oh, let's make this whole thing Doctor Who out of freaking nowhere. When this was just a show about Dracula trying to genocide all of Transylvania or Wallachia, whatever the fuck it's called. It's just basically somewhere in Romania. It was supposed to be about basically a suicidal vampire mourning over the death of his wife by genociding the place, and then the main trio was just going over there to finally stop him.
Dracula's endgame was making a hotel.
Oh yeah. Oh, speaking of the whole bring back Dracula thing, it wasn't just that, because they successfully brought back Dracula in the plan that I stated, but they immediately stopped. They immediately stopped him, and basically just threw Dracula back in hell. But they didn't, because in the next scene after Belmont almost kills himself trying to fight death, which that is a bad thing. That has problems in and of itself. I'll get to that. But in the
oh my
episode
god.
after,
Jeez,
apparently
man,
Dracula and Lisa didn't go back to hell.
Where'd they go?
They went back to the real world because for some reason it wasn't their souls that got ripped out of them. They for some reason were able to not only escape going back to hell, but be resurrected, reincarnated, however the fuck, with their original bodies, and are just running around just Wallachia, and then they go into a hotel and they start talking about stuff, and when do they come to the conclusion? Oh, let's go travel the world! together instead of, informing our son that we're still alive.
That's just terrible. Who wrote this, bro?
I don't know.
I feel it goes. They're best friends with whoever wrote the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, and then the final goddamn battle. The final goddamn battle. They have Trevor Belmont, a normal human whose whole thing is that he just has like some random magic weapons that are specifically designed to kill vampires, who is able to pick a fight with the literal personification of death and wins with a MacGuffin knife that he found in like the beginning of the series, and it didn't get explained until after.
Oh my gosh, that's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah, and he supposedly quote unquote dies killing Death, and also the fight wasn't even that interesting. It was just Death and Belmont playing whack-a-mole with each other until Death just exploded.
That's so bad, man.
Yeah, and then Belmont supposedly dies killing Death, but oh no, the episode later, what, his girlfriend, the speaker magician lady, her name is Cypher. She then drops the bombshell that she is pregnant with Trevor's child, and then her and Alucard are like, oh man, I'm so sad that Trevor is dead and all. But he will live on with the child in our memories, and next thing you know, what happens? Oh, Trevor just happens to show up, alive and half dead, but not actually half dead, even though he's supremely injured. He just gets up like it's nothing, and then he explains how the freaking MacGuffin knife works. And why did we need this? So you debate us,
things out of their ass, man.
With one of the main characters' deaths, and you're just like, nah, just bring him back.
How did all of this happen in 5 hours of footage? Is my question.
I don't know.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
They should have just ended at season 2, and if they wanted a season 3, they should have stuck with the Carmilla and Isaac plot, where Carmilla's trying to take over the world, and then Isaac, Hector, and the rest of the trio go to stop her. That should have just been it, because honestly, that entire plot point was the highlight of both season 3 and season 4.
Yeah, I mean, or you could have just animated the route that the games took.
No, that would have been worse. It would have been just as convoluted.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. I didn't play all the games, but I went through an entire timeline of the games. It gets just as convoluted, if not more.
Jeez, man. Jeez.
Oh yeah, and the animation. Okay, the animation is actually pretty good. There you see some hiccups every now and then, but it's fine. And then in season 4, they decided to introduce 3D animation for whatever reason. Though for the most part of the season, whenever like they show 3D animation, it's kind of seamless, so it's barely noticeable, which is fine. But then it gets worse when they introduce Death, because they don't introduce Death as a 2D character. They 3D animate him, so he looks like crap. And then the entirety of the final battle scene with Death is just complete, like, flip-flopping between 2D and 3D animation. And it looks like crap.
I'm trying to find a picture of him right now.
It's just, how did we get here?
Jeez, man. Like, the fact that you're able to, like, have that much to complain about, like, that, I feel like they tried to do way too much in such a short season.
Exactly. Like, really, like I said, just stop at season 2. If you need a season 3, just focus on the aftermath of Dracula's thing, where the vampires are, like, all fighting for power, and then the humans are, like, ganging up to try and stop them. And then if you want to do the whole, like, Doctor Strange interdimensional shit, have that be a spin-off series. Don't make it a direct part of your series.
See, when you don't know how to handle a series, it's gonna flop.
Yeah.
And it's gonna piss a lot of people off. Like,
like Ivan knows how to make a series. They should have called him in.
I would rewrite the entire, like, both scripts of season 3 and season 4 for free.
For free.
Yeah, I would just to be like, okay, what the fuck were you thinking?
Yeah. Is the community outraged as well?
I have no idea.
Mm.
Like, there's a friend of mine who's also a friend of my girlfriend's, and he and I kind of had a bit of a discussion / debate. He didn't overly hate the season, which is fine. You know, if he likes it, he likes it. I can't change his mind on that. But we both agreed and disagreed on certain things. But basically, for him, the problems of the fourth season didn't really affect his overall view on the show. It did for me because it had some good stuff in it. It really pulled me back into Castlevania, and then it just smacked me in the face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just unfortunate when a good series goes bad.
Yeah, because it's just all of the writing traps and pitfalls that I hope they wouldn't fall into, they fell into.
Yeah. And that's just because of going on for too long. Like when a show goes
on
for too long, it's gonna suck.
Yeah,
it's gonna suck.
Just let it die in peace, bro.
Take it from SpongeBob, The Simpsons, Family Guy,
Doctor Who,
any other show. Doctor Who, yeah, fucking Doctor Who, Jesus. Yeah. I like Doctor Who up to a point until shit changed.
Yeah. So,
Harry Potter.
Well, not Harry Potter.
Not really.
Not the first 7 books. I'm talking about Cursed Child and the.
Don't get me started on Cursed Child.
I don't care. I don't care about Cursed Child, bro.
I'm sorry. I hate it when people are like, oh yeah, it's a bad script, yeah, but you'll like the performance. Okay, it's still a bad story. And yes, that's not just the Cursed Child. There are plenty of other plays and musicals with bad scripts, like Mamma Mia. There are certain numbers in Mamma Mia that I like. Wasting Lay All Your Love on Me is an absolute slapper, but the story itself sucks major dick. The force of a million vacuum cleaners.
Oh
force of a fucking tornado. God damn it.
Oh, that's
it's literally just a confused child who just wants to know. Instead of getting a DNA test, she just decides to mail all the possible guys who may have stuck their dick into her mom, just to find out who her dad is.
We have some strong opinions on this, I see.
I used to watch it. I used to watch the movie as a kid, but then I just what is this? This is what I was watching as a child. Jesus.
My God.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. It really do. It really do.
It's Cursed Child. If I see the play, which I'm probably not going to see because the plays are being shown in England, and they're a fortune, sort of so they're basically as much as a Hamilton ticket. So, I'm probably never going to be able to go see it, and even if I do, I'll still be yeah, what is this? Yeah, the performances are great. The action on stage is great, but you still need a good story. It's all fluff and no substance.
Absolutely. Just like the sequel trilogy.
Exactly.
Nowadays, it's more so covered up in beauty, but then there's just shit within it, which I'm not a fan of. I don't like the fact, it may have nice, look. It may look nice, may look beautiful, may look, cinematic even, but story shit. Story shit.
Cats the musical. Everybody, I'm sorry, I'm going back to musicals. But I keep hearing that oh, Cats is a great spectacle. Yeah, everybody knows that the story kind of sucks, or it's jumbled around, or it's a little bit different, and it still kind of sucks. But everybody's oh yeah, this it's all a dance spectacle. I look up clips from the musical itself, from the live recordings and shit. Half the time they're not even dancing; they're just acting like a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
You're talking about the movie or the musical?
Both. Yeah.
Cats is bad, dude. It's got there's a name for it where it's where something looks creepy because it's human adjacent kind of. It's the same reason people are afraid of clowns. It's because they look human, but
I'm not even just talking about the movie. I'm talking about the music, the actual Broadway musical.
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone in Hollywood is on 17 kinds of drugs at any given point in the day, so I'm not surprised that most of the stuff they come up with is the stuff of nightmares.
Yeah, but it's just it's like they give us all this spectacle, and now I'm talking about Hollywood movies and stuff. They give us all this spectacle, and it's just like when you read the script, the holes in the story are stinky, massive poodoo.
Poodoo, you say?
Yes, absolute freaking duty.
Yeah. In an attempt to calm us down after the Hollywood has failed us, in so many ways, I would like to bring you all some more news of the world. Sarah had to leave, by the way, which is why she hasn't said anything for a while. Handro allegedly is still here, even though he has also not spoken. Handro, you there, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
All right.
So, I think he was just sitting through the entire Castlevania rant.
Honestly, I don't blame him.
That's honestly, same. My mind feels numb after that.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go make angry posts on the sequel subreddit later, but but yeah. So Handro, let's talk about what you told me right before I was recording. Let me read you all this headline. A YouTuber got into a SpaceX launch site and filmed himself with a prototype SN11 Starship days before the rocket exploded in a test flight. Let me just read you a little bit from this. This is from Insider. The YouTuber known as Cesar on his channel Loco Vlogs entered the Boca Chica grounds of Elon Musk's company in late March. He has since deleted the video, which had 5 likes and 100 dislikes. Another YouTube account re-uploaded the recording on March 31st. It shows him walking around the 16-story prototype Starship, walking underneath it, getting close to the 3 truck-sized Raptor engines. He doesn't touch the rocket. Bump-a-dump-a-dump. But yeah, no.
Nah, bro, that's some criminal shit, bro.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Live on video.
Some people are so stupid, dude.
Nah,
he says, yes, it was wrong. Yes, it was illegal. But in my eyes, in that time, in the moment, I didn't really think about that.
People just trying to get any piece of content nowadays.
Yeah, he was like, he was, people chasing the 15 seconds of fame.
No, but the funny thing is that was like a month ago, and now they're SpaceX saw the video recently, and this whole thing happened.
Yeah. It says he responded for comment immediately. So I assume he's been pooping his pants for the last month after it got re-uploaded.
Yeah, exactly. He's been shitting his pants because, what's it called, in the county where SpaceX is, the county has their own Twitter, and on the Twitter they said they have a warrant for his arrest.
Oh,
and so he was like,
"Oh boy,
yeah,
that's deserved."
Yeah, no, yeah. Let me tell you something. YouTube vloggers are a different breed of degenerate. 99.9% of them, every single one. I don't care that I'm lumping them all together. They all deserve warrants for their arrest, in my opinion. How dare you defile Elon Musk's massive spaceship, which exploded a couple days later, so there's that. But, it'd be like that sometimes. But anyway.
Nah, but props to SpaceX for actually seeing the video. And the only company in history, no, not history, but like that saw an apology video and took the warrant out. Like there's no warrant anymore because they accepted his own apology.
Yeah. Now I feel like this is Elon Musk is a pretty base dude. I'm sure he saw it. He was like, all right, no harm, no foul. At least he knows what he did was stupid. And probably tighten security and all that, but yeah, I guess it makes sense. But yeah, with that, I think we've gone on for quite a while here. I think it's time to send y'all out here with some good suggestions for music. And I am so happy to report to you all that my favorite band, the only band I will ever have like some real loyalty to, 21 Pilots, has come out with their new album. I think it's called Scaled and Icy. Let me double check that, because if it's not, I'm gonna look really stupid. Scaled and Icy, yeah. The merch for it is amazing. It's like a pastel pink with like a pastel blue dragon on it. It looks so clean. I need some of that merch. But the three best songs, in my opinion, are probably going to be Choker, Shy Away, and Redecorate. And I'll be honest with you, for the last hour before this recording session started, I've been blasting Redecorate through the big speakers in my room, and it's been a fantastic experience. I highly recommend you check it out. It is an amazing collection of songs. A little divisive. It's they've. Here's the thing, right? I got into them when they had the album out, Vessel. Vessel was a fantastic album. Where did Alejandro go? He just disappeared.
He left.
Unfortunate. But Vessel was a fantastic album. Blurry Face was also big. That's when they put out what's that song? Oh, look, he's back. Hang on. I have to let him into the room now. Handro, you're messing up my flow, dog. But so Blurry Face was a great album. Is the one where Stressed Out was on, which is the one most people probably know them from. Trench was a departure from what they normally do, and it did not work out. The fan base was very upset. But this one is good. Although the other two fans of Toy Pilots in the server that I have are kind of divided. One of them does not like it. The other one is a big fan. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they'll ever go back to the way they used to do things, which is a little more emo than what they do now. But I am thoroughly enjoying this. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. Do you guys have anything you want to put out there before we head on out?
Yeah, nothing really, no.
Nah.
Ivan, when can we expect that first episode of the new series? Depending on when
probably in a few days.
Assuming I get my lines to you tonight.
Well, you're not in episode 1, but like
yeah.
But like episode 1 should probably be done a few days later.
Gotcha.
Maybe, I don't know.
Gotcha. This is
should
going
be out
up,
pretty
soon. Going
up
next week, so we'll be out by then.
Mm-hmm.
So assuming this is going out the week after we're recording it, can they find the link?
Probably would be out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's definitely just stay tuned to my channel, subscribe, and stay tuned for what's to come. I'm excited.
Absolutely, it should be at the top of the description. All right, Edwin, Handro, you got anything?
Not really.
You sound exhausted after your little rant, buddy.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, I feel like it took a lot.
I was already exhausted this morning. Surgery, but now I'm just I'm angry and exhausted.
Oh boy, I feel like that. But yeah, I guess we can head on out of here. So everybody remember to go live a life worth talking about, just like we're trying to do every week here at Afternoon Brew with the crew. And we'll see you next week. Bye bye, guys. Say goodbye.
Bye. See ya.